What up, Dokkaners? The Saiyan Day celebration is coming to an end on the global side of the game in just a couple of days because the login bonus ends on April 1st, right before reset. So what is going to be coming up next? At this point, since we don't have a confirmation, we don't have any insider info from our resident inside source, seriously, we can pretty much tell it's going to be Super Saiyan 3 Goku just based on all the celebrations that remain. So as far as when we're going to be receiving official confirmation, it could be as early as tonight, but I feel like it's more likely going to be either tomorrow or at the very latest the day after. The reason why is because this is essentially happening in the same way as it did last year, only a day earlier. Last year for the Saiyan Day celebration, the final login was on the 2nd of April, or actually the final login was on the 1st of April, going into the 2nd 1 minute before it became the official reset on the 2nd. That was when the celebration ended, leading into the next celebration, which was Yamcha last year. So the celebration started on April 2nd. 1 minute later, the banner dropped that very night. So basically, we can match that to how it is this year. With the celebration ending 1 minute before reset right here, that would basically mean on April 1st at 11:30 p.m. PDT, that's when the banner would be dropping. What banner? The Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegarn Dual Dokkan Festival. This is the earliest, or I guess the last celebration. What is going on with my screen? Dude, Evernote, you suck. You have made this so ridiculous and ugly. I hate you. So this is the earliest celebration that hasn't yet dropped on global. So this Dual Dokkan Festival will fit in the early April time slot with a part 2 that still remains to be seen. Typically, this is a filler banner. Could change this year with full synchro on the horizon. There could be very well a situation that occurs where global gets this Dokkan Festival and maybe another Dokkan Festival right here. Maybe they shoehorn in the Frieza celebration up here as opposed to where it originally is set to be based on years past, which is the final celebration before 9 year. So there is still a lot of possibility with the part 2, but as far as part 1 is concerned, this is 99% going to be the celebration. But like I said before, you never know with Dokkan. So until we get official confirmation, we will go ahead and assume, but we can't say for certain. So that being said, I figured we would go through the celebration. I know you guys have been asking for the Dragonstone count, and I apologize. I've dropped the ball. There's been a lot of stuff in my personal life that's come up, but I will be doing the regularly updated Dragonstone checks. Once we get confirmation of this Super Saiyan 3 Goku celebration, I will do a Dragonstone count for that and everything leading up to the 9-year anniversary, and then I will subsequently do that after every single celebration. I promise you I will do that. I've simply just had a lot of other stuff going on personally, health-wise and all that stuff, so it's not really allowed me to do so. But let's just go through the celebration in general. We're not going to go and do the stone count because that'll take a little bit longer. I need more time to do that. But as far as the just preview of the celebration, we might as well just do that, looking ahead. So like I said, the Dokkan Fest teaser, the Dokkan event teaser should be dropping tonight or tomorrow or the day after. I'm going to guess probably tomorrow night. So March 30th, as it's becoming March 31st. For me anyway. And then as far as the celebration goes, I have the JP breakdown here. So we have new login, we'll have new special missions, we'll have the Dual Dokkan Festival. This unit triggers me so much simply because his shoulder is turned away. So like half of the card art is just black. It's just nothing. And it looks so weird. Like when you take some time to like process the perspective, you get what's going on. Does anybody else just get triggered by this? Like they just took a notch off of the character's art or something. It just looks weird to me. So the Dual Dokkan Festival will be dropping. We'll actually take a look at the banners. Banners are kind of crazy. So we'll look at that. We've got the new Dokkan event medal preview, or the Dokkan medal farming support thing. So even if you're not going to be summoning, which a lot of you will not, these units are good. However, 9-year anniversary transcends everything else, so it doesn't matter. I mean, if you had to give up Vegeta, you kind of have to give up these. This is just the law of the land. This is how it works, unfortunately, but they will be back. So don't worry about that. They will be back. Super Saiyan 3 and Hirudegarn are both really, really good. Burst mode is going to be coming up for the Super Saiyan Goku Namek Goku Dokkan event. Then we've got the new Red Zone is going to be releasing. So this is what's going to keep a lot of people occupied. The first 4 stages of the Red Zone 2 is going to be dropping. So let me pull that up. I guess we've got the banners here. Let's take a look at the banners first. If you go to JP, is it this one? Yeah, it's these two. All right, so let's take a look at this one and let's take a look at that. Okay. So for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku banner, you've got, oh, Piccolo Jr. You've got Super Saiyan 3 Goku. You got Ultimate Gohan. This guy's going to be a fantastic link buddy to the new Beast Gohan. You've got Pan. Ugh. You got Cell, who I still think is a lot of fun and really good to use. Super Saiyan 2 Goku. With all the new units that we've got recently, this guy can be very well established in the slot too. And Pikkon, he is due for an Easy A. I feel like we're coming up on a Pikkon and Janemba Easy A. I wouldn't be surprised if these are the two dual Dokkan Festival Easies that maybe we get during Golden Week. I don't know. Maybe we get something as crazy as that during Golden Week. So that is the banner for Super Saiyan 3. Now for the Hirudegarn, we've got the World Tournament Goku. We've got Piccolo, still one of the best units in the game. Even though 9-year anniversary blows everybody else out of the water, still one of the best units in the game all around in terms of practicality, in terms of accessibility, in terms of leader skill, everything. Resurrection F Blues, I have a soft spot for these guys. Super Saiyan Goku Gohan, you got Kid and Tech Janemba. So even the banners aren't bad, but again, 9-year blows them out of the water. So yeah, there you go for that. Red Zone, let's take a look at Red Zone. Also, both versions are going to be getting the Super Saiyan Goku Rest and Relaxation Easy A. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be coming up in a couple of days. This is the Red Zone. So stage 1 is against Mercenary Tao. Just one stage. Stage 2 is against Dr. Wheelo. So, oh, this is going to be cool. What the hell are these things? Bioman. Oh yeah, it's the freaky looking Cyberman. Dude, I gotta watch that movie again. I haven't seen that in so long. Possessed Piccolo, brainwashed Piccolo. Dude, that's cool. Dude, his head looks like cabbage. That's gross. And then Dr. Wheelo in his mech outfit. So that's the second stage. A lot of different stuff going on over there. Stage 3 versus Z Broly, not the other Broly. I was really thinking, I was just convinced we were going to get this stuff during Sunday. I feel like it was a good idea. Having the Red Zone drop a little bit early for Global, I think would have been such a W. But we're going to be getting Z Broly, and then we're going to be getting Bio Broly. So we're getting these little Play-Doh action figures. We're getting the Broly, and then we're getting the purple giant Bio Broly. This has got to be a Dokkan Festival at some point. It's got to be a Dokkan Festival Bio Broly that turns into... What do we even call this? Giant Broly? Giant Bio Broly? What do they call that in the movie? And then stage 5 Hirudegarn. So these 5, is it these 5? No, it'll be these 4 that are dropping. Let me check what happened on JP. So they got stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. When did the Hirudegarn? Oh, Hirudegarn dropped during the anniversary, didn't it? Hirudegarn, Beerus, and Golden Frieza, I believe, dropped during the anniversary. So we're only going to be getting the first 4 stages, but I mean, still, that's plenty, right? That's going to be plenty. We've got the new Dokkan event that's going to be dropping. So new stage is going to be added to the Super Saiyan 3 Goku Ancient Dokkan event and the Hirudegarn. So both I have here. You may recall this is one of the oldest, if not the oldest event in the game, Dokkan event, where you get those like surpassing all medals. Yeah. In my recent Toriyama tribute grind, I was getting all of the different versions of the Epic Showdown Goku, and I was reminded of this old event. So this old event is going to be getting an update with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That's this one right here. And then the Hirudegarn gets a new one as well. I don't know what's going on up here, but 15% chance to evade attacks. So I remember that this one was incredibly annoying, and you needed that like ocarina thing to reduce the energy gauge. Yeah. So I'm assuming that you don't need any of that for this one, and it's just a straight up dodgy event, which is fine, which is better than what this was. This was one of the most irritating events I think I've ever done. Probably second most irritating, only to the Infinite Zamasu, because for that one, you can't speed run through it. You have to sit there for 3 turns and let the event stall out, which is annoying. So those 2 Dokkan event stages are going to be coming. Then we got Dragonstone sales, of course. And then they had 2 separate Elder Kai ritual summons. So this one went for the first 2 weeks. And this one went for another 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, for Global, it's going to be different. I mean, whatever part 2 ends up being, that will be what the second Elder Kai Ritual Summon thingy is for. Link Skill Orbs will be on sale. Toon Keys will be on sale. Peton Battle will come back. Probably. I don't know. I don't care. I hate that event now. I've become such a cranky Dokkaner. I hate World Tournament. I hate Peton Battle. Like, just give me back Chain Battle, man. Chain Battle was a 5-minute thing that just lasted. So okay, never mind. I'm not gonna start that again. Forget what I said. Don't write in. Ultimate Clash. We are getting a new Ultimate Clash. Probably. We should. We'll do a stone count in another video. Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road. Wouldn't be surprised if we got more of these. And we also have a sub EZA that's coming up on the pre-existing Extreme Z battle event. So let's pull that up. That is the Tapion Extreme Z battle event. So the AGL Dokkan Festival one was already done ages ago. And actually, speaking of, we should see how far in the list would he be in terms of super EZAs. If we scroll all the way down, right, we just had the Super Saiyan 3 Goku Super EZA, which has been a success. Like, the unit is good. How far in would the Tapion be? So 1, 2. This guy Dokkanfest? This is before my 1, 2. I'm just gonna count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not an easy. That's not a Dokkan. 8, 9. I don't know, 10. Okay, there's a lot. Forget I asked. All this is doing is exposing me as fraud. Okay, so the tech Tapion is going to be receiving that EZA. If I remember correctly, he's okay. Raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause supreme damage, lowers attack and defense plus 160, medium chance to perform a crit plus an additional attack and defense plus 80, performs a crit when there's a movie boss category enemy, changes STR key spheres to rainbow, movie hero category allies attack and defense plus 40, chance to dodge plus 30, movie heroes support key plus 2, crit plus 20 with a rainbow key sphere obtained, chance to dodge plus 10 per rainbow key sphere obtained. Oh, that's cool. Count starts from the second key sphere, really, with 2 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. Okay, plus an additional attack and defense plus 80 with attacking with 3 or more key spheres. All right, cool. So you're never going to use him probably. Yeah, so he's serviceable, but he's, you know, something else to work on during the celebration. What else do we have here? Oh, Dragon Ball story event. So they turned the old Dragon Ball, the Wrath of the Dragon, they turned it into a Dragon Ball story event. Did they awaken any of these characters? I don't think they did. This would have been the perfect opportunity to do that, but they didn't do it. Right? Did she get a Dokkan Awakening? No. Did he? No. But this guy did. The Trunks Dokkan awakens into the Tech Trunks. Yeah, and then he has an EZA, so that also happens during this celebration. So that is courtesy of an Extreme Z area somewhere down here. So let's take a look at what this guy does. Movie hero 77%, raises attack permanently, raises defense for 1 turn, causes supreme. Unit super attack, raises attack permanently, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes supreme, and all attacks become crits for 1 turn. That's cool. Can be activated when Tapion is attacking in the same turn. Movie heroes, like, it's just such a shame. Movie heroes are irrelevant if they're not superhero movie heroes. It's crazy. Attack and defense plus 120 plus an additional attack and defense plus 100 when performing a super attack. Medium chance to crit plus an additional attack and defense plus 15 per movie hero category ally on the team. Attacked enemies attack minus 20% for 2 turns. Key plus 2. All allies defense plus 40% when there's an ally whose name includes Tapion on the team or when there's a movie boss category enemy. Attacked enemies defense minus 30% for 2 turns. Key plus 2. All allies attack plus 40 when there's an ally whose name includes Tapion attacking in the same turn or when there's a movie boss category enemy. It's a free-to-play unit, so we can't be too strict on it. Well, I feel like I can't say that these days. They, in general, free-to-play units need to be a little bit buffed, and I think we're at a point where we can also retire the 77% free-to-play, and I think we can move it to like 88% or maybe like 85, 90%. I feel like that should be something that they do, because this has been the same way during the 170 meta and during the 200% meta, and we're well into the 200% meta where we've got like what, 50 Dokkan Festival units that lead 200% now, 50 plus. So I think it's time for free-to-play units to also get an increase. The final chain battle ever, speaking of, talked about it earlier, the final ever chain battle will be dropping during this celebration, and let me tell you, it is a doozy in terms of the required units. So unfortunately, I have a feeling this is probably going to be a fizzle out the way that this chain battle drifts off into the sunset, except for the very vocal minority chain battle players who enjoy the event. I think a lot of people are going to be very happy when this goes away, just based on the support line. It's all over the place. You got some Super Saiyan 3s, you got some Ultimate Gohans in here. Obviously, the Super EZA for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku will be skewing the scores upward on the global side as opposed to JP. JP, when they had this back in December/January, they didn't have the super ECA. So in terms of the score, in terms of the numbers, the damage that's going to be dished out, it is going to be scaled up a little bit more on the global side. Not that that really matters, because everybody on global is going to be experiencing the same thing at the same time. So in terms of the percentages, the tiers, I feel like this one's going to be harder. I haven't looked into the nitty gritty of it all. I haven't consulted the chain battle gods yet. But as far as like how this is going to be, I feel like there's going to be like a very, very small percentage of top tier performers, and then like an overwhelming majority of players who are a little bit below that, but will still have enough to be in the top 1%. Like for some of the chain battles, when it's very, very accessible and very easy to assemble the support lines and the attackers and whatnot, that means that the top 1% is going to be a lot more competitive, because a lot more people can very easily achieve it. Here, it's probably going to be harder, which means I think it's going to be more forgiving. If you don't necessarily reach like the greatest score in the world, but you're a little bit lower, you still might be okay. But we'll talk about that when we get to that chain battle video, which would probably drop like a week into the celebration. And that, I think, pretty much wraps up the celebration. Yeah, that's everything. So that's pretty much all we can say for now until we actually get the confirmation. I don't really want to jump the gun and go further in terms of like how many stones we can expect, because we just I can't predict Dokkan anymore, man. These guys are crazy. Like, they're just out of their mind. This makes sense because it happened in years past, but what if they don't? What if they just say, you know what, forget Super Saiyan 3 Goku, let's make them even more irrelevant by pushing them closer to the, I don't know, to the 9-year anniversary down here. What if they did this? Like, it's totally in their wheelhouse. So I will do that Dragonstone count and future counts soon, but until then, let's wait for the Dokkan event teaser. Like we had for Yamcha last year, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, we should be getting some sort of confirmation tomorrow night, maybe tonight, or in a couple of days. Stay tuned. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let in the comments your thoughts on the upcoming celebration, and if it is possibly the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Are you excited for it? Have you been saving for it, or are you going to be skipping like some of the other celebrations people have been skipping recently? Are you instead going to be waiting to see what Golden Week has to offer, or is it all hands on deck for 9-year anniversary? Let me know your thoughts about that and anything else that I mentioned in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you'll let you know you're going to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and remember to Dokkan responsibly.